His Excellency the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, and the First Lady, Sir Koma, Bishop Abu and Lady Patricia Koma, Honorable Cabinet Ministers, Members of Parliament, my Lord Bishops and ladies, His Worship the Mayor, heads of churches, members of clergy, members of the clergy, distinguished personalities, ladies and gentlemen, brethren of the kingdom. My assignment this afternoon as the Vice President of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Sierra Leone is expressed to this august, epoch-making, noble gathering, the joy of the President, Executive Committee, and the general membership of this noble umbrella organization, the Pentecostal Fellowship of Sierra Leone, our joy in seeing the completion of this outstanding and magnificent headquarter building that the Bishop and membership of the Themin Evangelical Ministries have built to the glory of God and for a witness to the world, for a haven of refuge to the lost, and amongst all other purposes and use, for a place of glorious worship to our excellent God. We are gathered in celebration to God for His goodness bestowed upon our nation, that whereas there are many things that bring tears, fears, and a feeling of hopelessness, and also not just with our own challenges, but with the challenges that face our world, an evidence has been raised that God, the God of all possibilities and grace, can bring glory out of the lives of those who are willing to trust Him, live holy lives, and yield themselves to His service. While we celebrate with the Flaming Evangelical Ministries International this great accomplishment, allow me to take an extra time and a few more moments also in appreciating an uncommon man who has blazed the trail in many ways in our nation. Bishop Frederick Abu Sidikuma. He dared out as the first duly consecrated Pentecostal bishop in Sierra Leone, and he has served God from very humble beginnings and from the depths of poverty, mockery, despise, insignificance, and stark opposition to His message. He has continued serving God and His kingdom with intensity, integrity, humility, love, and focus on His assignment. We celebrate and acknowledge His role played in the nation in preaching the gospel to the lost, in raising up an army of ministers, in serving as the president of the interim executive of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Sierra Leone for 8 years, in founding the Strategic Evangelistic Network, in being a friend of the needy, the rejected and forsaken cripples, abandoned orphans, the deaf and the dumb, in responding to crises, victims of the mysterious Ebola epidemic, fire disasters, and much more. May I hasten to say that the acknowledgement of His service to the nation is not just within the Pentecostal community of a nation or the religious community of a nation, but Bishop Abu Koma has received multiple awards and recognition from other quarters and platforms, including the Grand Order of the Rokel from His Excellency the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, awards from a government minister of Australia, from the mayor and governor of Texas City in USA, from the presidential advisor in Kenya, and others. We celebrate the leadership and members of these ministries who have shown to others that a ministry that can stay submitted and connected to their spiritual covering can go far and accomplish great things. Can you put your hands together for yourselves? Members of this ministries have established a testimony that we do not have to wait for foreign support and financing to do outstanding things for God and our people. By faith in God, we can do things for ourselves. Standing as the largest Christian auditorium in the nation, may this imposing structure continue to serve its purpose to the Flaming Evangelical Ministries International, the Body of Christ in Sierra Leone, and beyond. I was asked to make a statement by the president, of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Sierra Leone in anticipation that he was caught up in a pre-commitment to another engagement, but I must say that he himself is here in person, having done all that could be done, including the cancellation of the installation of officers of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Sierra Leone that should have occurred today. His Excellency Dr. Andres Baikoma, my Lord Bishops, all protocols present, once again, on behalf of the President and members of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Sierra Leone, a body of Pentecostal ministers in this great nation, I congratulate a general, a father to many, Bishop Frederick Sliki Abukoma, and the entire membership of the Flaming Evangelical Ministries. God bless you.